Bam! Hello, music community. The Zonk Man. What? Another video? Okay, yes. What video is this? Oh well, if you've already seen, it's whatever the title is. The CD tag for 2025. Thank you, Mr. Glen Kelleway from the basement, giving us this tag to do a little show some CD love here in the music community. What are you doing, Daisy? Where are you going? You trying to leave? You were trying to get out of here. Where are you going? I guess I'll let you go. All right, see you later. So the talking is bothering the dog. All right, see you later. Have a nice day. Now she's staring at me. What a crackhead. Okay, all right. Let's get life. It's fun. The doggy. So yeah, that's all the Zonk Man's gonna do. We need to just go ahead and knock this out. We're a minute in, and I'm dragging my feet. Let's talk about some CDs, man. Kind of get a feeling of where the Zonk Man is on the CD side of things. So there's 15 questions. Let's hit them. When did you get your first CD player? That's a good question, Glenn. I don't really remember exactly what it was. I want to say 91 though. So it was while I was in the military. And I can't remember getting like a boombox first and then maybe getting the stereo stuff. I might have, just because the people I was hanging around with, they already had a stereo set up in their dorm room or wherever. So they're like telling me like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go get some CDs." They're like, "Man, just go ahead and get some CDs now. You're gonna get a CD player. Don't worry about it. You will get a CD player." So of course you buy CDs before you actually get it, but it was just maybe a month or two or something. So I'll say early '91, maybe more like springtime or uh, middle '91, and I don't even remember what it is exactly. All right. What was the first CD you bought? Now I do remember that specifically, and it might have been in '90. Somebody where we were buying cassettes. Somebody said, "Go ahead and you get the CD." Well, I think I got this CD, a little Vaughn Brothers Family Style. This, of course, was '90. So I can't remember if this was posthumously released or if this was already out and he was touring for it when he passed away in the helicopter crash. But produced by Nile Rodgers, big Nile Rodgers fan. He puts his hands on a lot of different things, especially through the '80s. It wasn't just the chic good times. So yeah, a little Vaughn Brothers Family Style. That was the first CD. So like Steve Ray Vaughan, and I had already had this on cassette. So it was weird that it was already doubling up, but it was like, you're not going to play that cassette anymore. Um, you need to get the CDs. What is the most recent CD you purchased? Okay, boom. Body Count, Merciless. Like, oh, Body Count. Okay. First of all, do not sleep on this. Don't think, oh, this is a band that's been around 30 plus years now. They're just old out there doing it. Um, Ice T did this album like this could be his last. So he said he got it all off his chest. It's getting good reviews. And the biggest thing about this album, now get ready, all of you people that love Pink Floyd, is you need to open up your mind and you need to check out the version of Comfortably Numb that Body Count does. Because it is not the same lyrics. It is just kind of like the same chorus. It's the same music, but it is not the same lyrics. And I don't know if you know or understand all the people that are big on Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd does not approve cover songs or sampling. Almost period across the board. So you need to check out like a Tonight Show interview with Ice T talking about doing the song and then actually David Gilmour and Roger Waters approving of it. And then it went, David Gilmour went so much as to say, yeah, I want to play guitar on it. Then after he played guitar, they recorded the song with him playing guitar on it. It was like, what are we doing for a video? So, this is a big deal. Don't sleep on this. Yes, it's a hardcore stuff. If you get into the lyrics, it's real political. Yeah, that's the most recent purchase for CD. Body Count, Merciless, and it is merciless. Great version of Comfortably Numb, though, for sure. Okay, let's see. Next question. Approximately how many CDs do you have in your collection? I do log all my stuff on Discogs. I don't just log the records on. I log the CDs too. I have more CDs than I do records, and it is, we'll say, estimate over 2,500 CDs. Do you prefer jewel cases or digipacks? Right off the bat, here, well, that's first to a show. I prefer jewel cases over the digipack, and the reason being, everybody talks about, oh, they can crack in that, is probably Pearl Jam, because they've been doing digipacks ever since the second CD, the second album. Some of them are different sizes. They're taller. They're more square than actually like the size. Some of them are the same size as a CD, but some are not. And it looks crazy. It's not just because it's not aesthetically pleasing on the shelf. It's just sometimes how I house the CDs before, the ones that were tall, I had to jerk out, and I didn't even put with those because I had the shelving was just super tight like that. But anyway, so I do not care for digipacks for the purpose of size and aesthetic and all that. So we'll go jewel case all the way. Let's see. What is your best CD purchase of 2024? I'm going to show this. I did have to kind of go back and look. There was probably just a couple things I was looking at. But I'm going to show this. Soundgarden, Full on Kevin's Mom. This is not a single or anything. This is a boot. And this is from a live show in Providence on October 24th, 1989. So this is all like the Louder Than Love album. Nothing after that. All the stuff that and before. And it's mainly just those songs. They do a cover of American Woman on here. But this boot is from 93. It's out of Germany. And really another thing that was cool about the local shop actually got this. And, it was priced extremely reasonably. And then when you even look on Discogs, it's like, it's way underpriced. And when I talked to the shop owner, he's just like, he's like, really? He's like, there ain't going to be nobody locally pay that price for it. So I just, put, it was like a third of the low price on Discogs is what I paid for it. So that's a killer find. Not necessarily something I was looking for, just something I came across while I was digging. Live album on CD that's in your collection. I didn't really know what to go hunt on this. This is Chris Isaak, live at the Fillmore. So yeah, the Zonk Man digs some Chris Isaak. This is real good. Chris Isaak's humor also comes through with a little bit of the banter with the crowd and stuff like that. So that's a cool little live album, and it kind of shows him personally too when he's talking in between songs with the crowd. Best sounding CD in your collection? I don't really know on this, like for certain. I'm not big on listening to the actual audio quality, but I pulled this out. The Age of Cathedrals, Theater of Voices. And this is, it's like a classical, instrumental, and these people doing the Age of Cathedrals Paul Elliott, Alan Bennett, Paul Hillier. I was not like super familiar with this until it was sampled and it was put in a Vast song back in the 90s. So, I mean, this was literally, I don't even know when this came out, but this came out like maybe mid 90s. And then it was in a Vast song in the late 90s. So, we'll say that's the best sounding CD in my collection. Number 9, favorite CD cover insert. Holy shit, I left that thing in the other room. Can we pause this and start this thing up? No, we're going to let it run like crap. Hey, Daisy, come here. Come here and entertain the folks. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. And of course, I am not going to edit that out. That is just some extra crap you got to put up with. This has already been shown for this question. And this is the Tool Fear Inoculum. And it was charging as while it was gone. It was in the other room. Oh, that's upside down. And the thing, I got to power. I didn't even power it on. Oh, no, it's coming on. So, yeah, it has this display. This was like a big deal. This came out in 2019. If you haven't seen somebody else show this, that's actually like another song or another instrumental piece that they put on there for this. And then, of course, there's the CD. Killer album. Loved when this came out. Went the day it came out, standing in line and everything to make sure I got a copy of that. And, of course, the record came out later. I don't know all that stuff. You can get into it with Maynard about that. So, yeah, after that little faux pas, that was the favorite CD cover insert. Show a CD box set. Boom, Stevie Ray Vaughan. And this is 3 CDs and a DVD. And, of course, there's a book with all kinds of stuff in here. And then this is actually the book that I've been getting my information of, where it shows like, you know, it shows all the Stevie Ray Vaughan releases, even the compilations and everything. But here it shows like every single album he played on. So I've been like searching everything that he's ever played on and going and getting that. So even if it's like one song, there was a Jennifer Warner album he played on when she was singing the Leonard Cohen music. I've gotten that. It was on like that Don Johnson album in the 80s because of the Miami Vice popularity or whatever. Don Johnson put an album out. Well, Stevie Ray Vaughan played guitar on one of the tracks on that. I've got that album. So anything that he played guitar on, I'm hunting. All right, show a CD from your favorite band. Bam, we'll do a little Doors, of course. Jim Morrison. And this was probably the best of the Doors from 1985. This compilation I had on cassette. So, and then there's the CD. Of course, I had to get the CD sometime in the 90s. What artist or band do you have the most CDs of? So, I wouldn't have shown that Doors. I really thought it was the Doors. So, the Doors, I had like 17. So then I started doing some other numbers, you know. You know, they didn't really have that many albums put out. So a lot of it's live and compilations and all that stuff. So I looked at some other artists I had. Vast, actually, since I've talked about Vast. Vast was another one. I had 17 Doors CDs, 17 Vast CDs. And then I looked at Metallica, 17. And I can't even remember. There was 4 of them. Maybe 9 Inch Nails. I had 17 CDs. Well, this is the artist, and this is because this is Mrs. Zonkman's favorite artist or metal band, and that is Wasp with 19 CDs. This is a 2010 deluxe reissue of course, the first album. With that, a booklet, and then like a bonus CD with some live things and stuff on it. So Wasp is the band I have the most CDs of at 19. Boom. Do you collect CD and vinyl? Of course, I've talked about that already. Yes, I have both. I never stopped doing CDs, even through all this streaming era and what are they called? iPods or whatever they're called. Even through all that era in the 2000s and everything, I still had CDs. I still the old man going, I got to get some CDs. Let's go to the music store. And then vinyl came like 2018. I started doing vinyl. I say again, but the only vinyl I had was as a kid, just very few records and some 45s. 14. Have you ever sold off your vinyl collection and stayed with CDs? Nope. I still have everything I've gotten vinyl wise. I never was in that era where I'm not old enough to where I had like a vinyl collection and then drank the Kool-Aid and sold all my records and had to get everything on CD. I was already they gave me the Kool-Aid straight up. So I've been doing CDs like the whole time and then going back to the vinyl. All right, last question. Show a CD you would like your viewers to give you feedback on and listen to. Does anybody know? Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. You know it. Boom, King Buffalo. This is their latest one, Regenerator. And I believe now at this point, this might even be 2022. They've been touring like crazy. Once they could go back live, it's like they've never stopped. They did what they called, they had like 3 records that came out that they said that they did during the lockdown. At one time, the drummer said, we've got enough material for 5 records. But they've put out 3, and this could have been a late 2023 release. I can't really remember, and I definitely can't read that. So yes, give a listen to Regenerator, and this, of course, is stoner. It's real spacey, too. You can tell by the cover there. All right, I've gone way too long on this. Glen Kelleway from the basement. Thank you for doing the CD tag and giving some CD love. Leave me a comment, talking about this, CDs, records, otherwise, albums, any comment, like they're telling me, you're crazy for listening to that body count. And I'll tell you, I'm merciless.